Welcome to Tableau Info. So today we have an good example with the help of which we can make use of parameters, context filters and calculations. So it's a good example to refresh your uh, learnings with respect to parameters, context filters and calculations. So the scenario is one of the user has given this scenario where he wants to calculate a remainder of the top 5 entity dimension per year, where here is a parameter I can switch on and the matrix sum of spends or sum of savings too. So the user did not give sample data, but if we try to compare this with the sample superstore, we want to have a sort of dashboard where I can go and choose profit. If I want to see profit, I should be able to choose that, and sales as well. And there is one parameter also filter for year or date as well. Maybe if I can show you with this, it will be better. So the user wants that he or she should be able to access sales or profit, and what you see over there are remainder of the top 5. These are not top 5, means excluding top 5. I should be able to select profit and see the component of the subcategory which are not in top 5 sales for that year. I should be able to do it. I should be able to select different years, and so this is the scenario. So first thing is that we need to create one parameter which can make a dynamic measure. So this will be the first step here. Later on we'll have to see the a context filter will also come into the picture. So the first and the foremost, so maybe I can have a new dashboard so we can do it together. So the step one will be to create a parameter which will say select sales or profit. Okay, we'll create a parameter. Now it will be string type and say list. So either sales or profit. Uh, Profit. And remember that we are trying to filter on dates as well. So we'll just drag it to use. Basically, I want a filter here on the right hand side, and I want this also on my right hand side. That's it. But we have subcategory over there, and say profit. So that's fine. It's profit, but I need to connect this parameter with this profit that we have not done yet. So we'll go to the next step and we'll just create one calculation that will help us to it's simple, means we'll create one, so we'll remove it and we'll create one calculate field. We'll say that as dynamic measure. So if with our parameter select is equal to profit, then sum of profit self select is equal to sales, then sum of sales. So this will help me to select my measure dynamically. So where is my dynamic measure? Working? Yeah, working. But now the problem is how to get top 5 for profit and top 5 for sales. Now we go to the next step. Maybe I'll copy from next step to save the time. Step 4, we'll create two sets. One is for top 5 by sale, another one for the top 5 by profit. So this anyhow we'll have to do manually only. So I'm creating sets on subcategory. I create set, I say top 5 profit, 5 profit, sum of profit. So this is my set where I will get top 5 subcategory on profit. Similarly, I make another one that will be on sale. Again the same thing. Top 5 on sales. I say 5 and I say sales. Now I have top 5 on sales, top 5 and profit. Generally if you just drag it there, it is like a boolean function which will give you in or out all those things. So it is showing you what all different categories which are in top 5, but we don't want top 5, we want to exclude top 5. So in order to exclude top 5, we'll have to do one trick there. So this is the calculation which is very important here. If select profit or sale, so if the user is selecting profit, then string of top 5 profit. Else if you're selecting sales, then string of top 5 of sales. Now first let us try to create this calculation. Now it will have a little different, so that's why we'll have to again. And the name that will give this dynamic sales excluding top 5. So now how are we excluding? You see that, okay, if I select profit, then string of top 5 of profit. Why we are using string? I will come to that as well. Else if select sales, we get top 5 on sales. This is because somehow we want to differentiate between top 5 and non top 5, top 5 and excluding top 5. So if I make this as a string, that helps me to achieve the target, because let me show you. Now this is dynamic set, and if I drag this to, sorry, so this you can see that true, false, true, false. So that is what the target was. I don't want true, I only want false. So somehow I'll have to exclude the true so that I only get the subcategories which are coming in excluding top 5. So if I just say exclude true, then I get only false, and that is what I really wanted. I'm just reversing the order so that it looks better. And instead of F, I say edit alias, and I say excluding top 5. Here we go. Good. I'm creating another sheet so that I can check whether my calculation is working fine or not. Here also I'll create a filter on order date. So let me check for the year 2016, and let me, so basically it says that for the year 2016 these are the non-top 5 subcategories. So is it true? Let me check. Because here we have all the categories. So here we say, see that appliances are at number 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there we see appliances in excluding top 5, which is not giving us the real picture. The rest of the subcategories are fine, but why appliances are coming over there? That is making my dashboard wrong actually. Although I've got everything, I can dynamically select sales, profit, I can select years, but still something is missing. We are filtering here on dimension date. So you remember that what is uh, level of operation, right? So there is a priority which is already being set that starts from the data source. You know, if you're making change at the data source level or even before data source at extract level, so that changes will be propagated to all the other levels, right? So if I'm making change at data source level, definitely my calculated fields, my sets or my blending will not be able to see those filtered data. So that's why it is at top of the level of operation extraction, right? So here also, when I am selecting the year and so you can see there are two filters at the same time. One is the set the top 5 and the other one is dimension filter, which is on date. So the set filter is having higher priority here. So if you learn about those level of operation, you'll get to know how it goes. Maybe I'll just show you the images. Some of the images are useful. So you can see I have dimension filter, but I have set filters. Set filters is at higher level. So that's fine. It is calculating top 5 across all the years, and I'm getting the result with respect to that, right? So somehow if I bump the priority of dimension filter and take it away from set filter or make it something, you know, any filter out of these filters, then my problem is solved. While I can't do anything with custom SQL extract data source, your Tableau has got the capability to change filter from dimension to context. So if I make it context, if I make my year context, it will first filter the dates, and after that I can see the correct result. That is what I wanted. I want it to select first year and then see top 5. I don't want it to first see top 5 then uh, select the year. So I go to my dashboard. That's what I don't want. Yeah, it is saying excluding. Instead of appliances, I should see binder because appliances is in top 5. This is the 6th rank. It should be 4, 5. Now this is what our sheet is showing, that appliances is at number 5, whereas it should not be there then. So let us see if we can achieve that. Appliances has gone and binder has come, right? That is the correct solution for this problem. So we have applied the context filter to solve the problem. Now our answer is correct. Now if I choose any year, if I choose sales, I can see the correct values over there, or if I select profit, I see the correct value. So I think this session was helpful for you. It was a very good uh, session, because if we are talking about parameters, how to use parameters, dynamic parameters, context filters, and calculations. So do come here at Tableau Info. You can have access to this blog, and you can follow with your own copy of Superstore. Just go to the home page of the tablewinfo.com blog zone and go to the tips and tricks section, exclude top 5. There you go. Thank you everyone. See you soon.